I'm Richard Allen, and I am I work at the Department of Theatre, Film and Television, Aberystwyth, and I'm a PhD student doing a practice-led PhD in object theatre. Participation for me means any act of encounter, I suppose. And so that could be something to do with like an artwork, encountering an artwork, or encountering almost anything in the world. I guess that every individual participates in an encounter with another thing. I don't know, that's incredibly broad, but for me it's literally that wide. It's kind of the act of meeting something. I guess it's then what happens in the at the point of encounter. So it's once that the participation in the meeting something happens, then it's what I bring to it and what it gives to me. This is incredibly broad and quite kind of abstract.
Yeah, I think broad and not, you know.
Yeah. No, of course. Yeah, should I give something specific? That could kind of mean anything. It could be like I can relate to an umbrella, you know, or obviously relating to you now, and kind of bringing this to me, which is kind of inherent in our kind of our own encounter, I suppose. The challenge I find is the problem of refusal. So if I want to refuse my participation, then the kind of the awkwardness that provokes, or the possible awkwardness that provokes. Yeah, I find that very difficult because, and then I think, but maybe that exposes something. Maybe that's the idea actually. When you're invited to participate in something, your refusal actually exposes something about the situation. And so maybe that is interesting. I suppose I could describe the Lingner performance last night, The New Man. That was a very enjoyable time of participating because I felt kind of free by the setup of what they were doing, the kind of the privateness of the soundtrack was, I don't know, it was kind of, because I'm usually quite resistant to participating in things, especially artworks. I usually like to sort of sit back and make my choice, but in that one I felt very safe to kind of participate in what they were offering, I suppose. And I enjoyed that, and I enjoyed dancing with the group of people that were there. This might not make, obviously I haven't contextualised what the performance is, but it's, and then drinking champagne at the end of it was, with those people, was really lovely. So that was the last time I think I participated in it. I guess the same as any kind of social interaction. I guess that's kind of what difficulties I find. You know, maybe this now, you know, the social awkwardness of conversation. Because for me, I think I don't kind of separate. If you're talking in a kind of an artistic context, I try not to. It's obviously a different kind of context, but I try not to separate. You know, seeing it on a kind of continuum of encounter and making.